Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a Stampin' Chat with Kay. It's nice to have you here. Hello, Philomena. Hi, Jean. Oh, wow, Jean's already shared already. Thank you. Trudy is here. Welcome. Susan is here. Welcome. Hi, Patricia. Oh, so nice to see all of you watching. We're going to make a beautiful Christmas card today. Good morning, Nancy. Hi, Teresa. Oh, wonderful. You guys, thank you so much for sharing. That really helps me out. I really appreciate that. Helps my business, and when you share, come back and let me know that you've shared. And you'll be in for the drawing. Do you want to see what the drawing is? The drawing will be these blue adhesive back gems. So they look like this, and I'll split it up between our two winners. We'll make two cards today. But I have so much to share today. I hope if you have coffee, you've gotten it ready, because this might be a longer video. Oh, good. Welcome. So many of you are here. Welcome, Debbie. Welcome, Kathy. Hi, Lynn. Great to see you guys. All right. Well, I have a card that I got in my mailbox. It was a complete surprise. It was from one of my Stampin' Up! Friends. She lives down in New Ulm, Minnesota. So thank you so much to Mary Cook. And I have to share with you this beautiful card. Here it is. It uses that, you know what, I should look it up before I show you, because you'll want to know. Well, you know that In the Pines embossing folder, I know I've showed it to you. It's so pretty. But I want to find the paper pack that she used. So I've got my holiday right here. Oh yeah, plaid tidings. So she used the plaid tidings with the moose punch and that In the Pines embossing folder. So ready? Get ready, because it's a pretty one. Here it is. And I love the moose punch. So this card was just right up my alley. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I see lots of hearts coming up. Thanks, you guys. So thank you again, Mary, for sharing this card with me. It's stunning in every way. Yeah, I think everybody got a good look at that. But yeah, just a really beautiful card. I will for sure be casing that. Thank you so much, Mary. All right, and then I don't even know where to start, but I think I'm going to start by showing you a tip. Because remember the last time that I was on last week on Thursday, I mentioned that I wanted to share with you, or I wanted to try it, and then if it worked, I wanted to share it with you, but I knew it was going to work. I just hadn't yet done it myself, where you take all the peelies off of your dimensionals, and then when you're doing like a Facebook Live, or you just don't want to mess around peeling, I have a way, I have a way shared with you by my downline member, Michelle Rosberg. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I will need my packing tape, which I just realized is across the room. So I'm going to get it, and I'm going to flip the camera down, and then we'll get started. All right, so as I mentioned, I wanted to share a little technique with you. So you have to have packing tape, and then you're going to take one of your sheets of dimensionals, right? So let me grab this is my silicone mat, because I don't want the tape to get onto my paper here. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your sheet of dimensionals, and some of you may know this tip. It was new to me. And you're going to take your packing tape and put it right over the top of your sheet of dimensionals. I'm sure you know where this is going. So cover the whole thing. And then grab a bone folder and really burnish it down. It's really important that you do this step. There we go. And then lift it up and carefully peel it away like so.
And what happens, whoops, we had one getaway. We had one got away. But you get your whole section of dimensionals is peeled away. We're going to put this guy back. So look how good that worked. Okay, hold on. This is a good demonstration. Let me just put this little guy back. This is tricky. Normally I wouldn't even bother, but there we go. All right, so this is real, oh dear. Oh no, I got my nails on it. Bad move. Hold on a second. Let me get this out of the way. Oh no, because you know, fingernail polish, that's a problem because that really sticks. Oh shoot. Okay, so this was going all so well until I got my fingernail polish on it. Hold on. Ah! Anyway, you get the idea. But hold on, the end of the tip is near. I just can't get it off my fingers. They're really sticky. We all know that. Okay, so there's just going to have to be a few donated to the cause because I'm not going to mess trying to put these back. Okay, then what you do is you save your adhesive backing from you know, something else, or from one of your other ones, and I don't even have it in front of me, doggone it. I thought I had it already. Okay, so then you put your so like for example, you have one of these that's all completed and you just are left with that backing. Don't throw it away, save it and put it over the top. And I don't have one ready, so I'm going to just put this behind me. And I'm going to share with you some that I do have ready. So I took the adhesive backing from a different one that I had used up, and then when you put it over the top, see, this is one I did when my nails didn't get stuck to it, and it worked perfectly. So then as you use it, you just pull away that non-sticky adhesive sheet. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, and then you can use them. All right. So I didn't have quite as good of luck doing this with the mini dimensionals. So I have my mini dimensionals right here, and they're ready to be used, but I'm going to show you. So, oh no, whoops, hold on. Where did it go? So this one you saw how it this is the larger dimensionals and it peeled off perfect. When I did it with the mini dimensionals, I didn't have quite as good of luck. I don't know if I didn't burnish it as well or what, but I had quite a few where the adhesive the little peelies just stayed attached. I think they're really attached. I know even when I've done Facebook Lives, I've struggled sometimes to get those off. So didn't get them all quite off, but I got most of them off. So I'm happy with that. So here's the one I did with the minis. I mean, you can't see this, but anyway, I'll be using them today, so you'll get to see it in action. So this is how I'll do it now on my Facebook Lives. That way I don't have to take the time to peel all those little peelies off. So that was my tip for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And let's go ahead now and make this beautiful card. So here we have the colors that we're using. And I decided to go with Crumb Cake as my base, an accent of Night of Navy, that's also my ink color, and then the Designer Series paper has quite a bit of Balmy Blue as one of its featured colors, so I threw that in there. And then, of course, it's all stamped on Whisper White. So that is what I decided to use. And then the first thing that we're going to do to create this card is we're going to work with this bird image. Because I did this for 2 different swaps that I was in. And of course, whenever you're making multiples, including with a Christmas card, one thing you want to do is use your Stamparatus. It just works so handy. So you will need a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White. If you're just doing a whole stack of these, it's just easy to cut it all at this dimension. And then what you can do is put it down here. I always use the little Stampin' Up! Logo as my place of where I want this to go. But when I was doing many of these, I found that always having to look for that Stampin' Up! Logo and line it up with the lines was a little tiring to my eyes. So what I decided to do instead is I grabbed some cardstock. So this particular color is Purple Posy, and I took a 6x6 sheet of it. I have another tip for you today. Here it is. So then I just put this up here into the far corner of my Stamparatus, and then it was so much less eye strain. I didn't have to be, you know, trying to look at a white surface and figuring out exactly where to put my sheet that I was going to be using. So now I can just tap this down, and then we're going to take some Night of Navy ink, and we're going to ink up our bird image and bring that over. And because we're making 2 cards, and if you're doing this in multiples for, say, a Christmas card, you just flip it over. And again, it's so easy when you're just lining it up with the corner of that colored paper. So once again, just go ahead and ink that up and bring it over. So there we go. We have our 2 images perfectly stamped. I should, you know, I should be showing you the bundle because this does come as a bundle. And I have no idea. I have no idea where the stamp set or the dies are. This is ridiculous. You know, it was just one of those mornings. We had kind of a crazy weekend, and crazy as in our camper burned up. So we lost our camper at our campground. And so it was just, nobody was hurt. Steve and I hadn't even gotten out there yet. But so that's put us in a pickle. So we're trying to do all this insurance stuff, and Steve's probably on the phone right now getting some of that worked out. And so I'm just all discombobulated, as you can imagine. Still discombobulated. Plus I'm trying to get a kit in the mail to go, so it's been crazy. So anyway, back to the video, and you'll just have to look in the catalog to find this, because I don't know where my stamp set or dies are. I know I had them at one point today. But it's the Dove of Hope. It's one of my favorites, and then it has beautiful detailed dove dies that we're using just the cutout for that beautiful bird image. Maybe by Thursday, when I do my second video this week on this stamp set, I'll have everything together. All right, so what you want to do then when you cut these out with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, if you're a demonstrator, or whatever you happen to be using if you're a customer, just stack these together on top of each other and then put your die cut over the top and run it through. And then let me show you the result. So this is 2 of them together, and because you're using your Stamparatus, you can really get a lot of mileage out of these. So this is 2 of those Whisper Whites cut out, see? And you can cut them both at the same time and, you know, get a lot more bang for your time. It's really great. So I love doing that. So that's what I did with these particular images. All right, so moving on, let's go ahead and set up our card base here. So we're going to use crumb cake. We're going to do the landscape. So, oh, somebody's asking how that happened with the camper. We think it was, my dad suggested that possibly it was the high humidity and the high heat. And then one of the wires near the refrigerator shorted. It was either the refrigerator wire or the hot water heater wire. It shorted because of the high humidity. And it probably smoldered for a long time, but of course before anybody noticed, flames were shooting up 10 feet into the air, and it was like massive. There was 3 fire trucks on, you know, that came out to put the fire out. So obviously we weren't able to save too much. But and fortunately, we just mostly had garage sale stuff in there, and really old clothes and old towels, and everything was kind of old and beat up because we've had this camper for 20 years. So it wasn't like we lost anything really important, just as an FYI. Okay, so here we are again with our card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2. And I've got 2 of them here because we're making 2 cards. And this is in the color of crumb cake. Then, because we're making 2 cards, we're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper. This is out of, again, the mini catalog, and it's the holiday well, it's not the holiday catalog. It's the August through December 2020 mini catalog from Stampin' Up. And these pieces are 3 by 4 inches. And these are 2 of the pieces that I use, but there's also 4 more sheets of paper. So let me grab those so you can see what those look like, which would also look good behind. So I mean, 1 pack of that paper, and you could use all of it really for this style of card. So here you've got some blue snowflakes, and then there's this like really lovely watercolor wash kind of look, and some more snowflakes. And isn't it beautiful? Here's some little baby snowflakes and some bigger ones, all on kind of a pool party slash coastal cabana slash purple posy slash night of navy slash balmy blue. There's a lot of pretty colors in here. I just love it. Pacific Point is in here. So anyway, you can see that that's a gorgeous, gorgeous set of papers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 by 4 inch panels, and we're just going to put these on to the front of our card base. And I use multi-purpose glue just so I can wiggle it into place and make sure those 3 borders are nice and even. And if I have a choice of which way I want my paper to go, I want my darker part of the paper to be towards the bottom. It just kind of helps anchor the card. So there we go. We'll add this one over here. So again, these will be my giveaway cards. So thank you so much for commenting, letting me know where you're watching from, sharing this video. I really appreciate it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some panels, some real small panels. I gave myself quite a few here just so that if I screw up, I've got some second chances. And I could have set this up on the Stamparatus, but I didn't have time. Just one of those things. So this is 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inch. And this is what we're going to stamp our sentiment on. But before I do my stamping, I'm going to take another new punch out of the August through December 2020 mini catalog. And this punch is called the Banners Pick-a-Punch. And as soon as I saw it, I was just like, yes! Because, you know, we love our banner triple punch. So this is kind of that same style, except with one more option. And it has smaller grooves. So you can go with, I believe it's 1 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1/2 inch. So these are 1/2 inch wide strips. So I'm going to set this in, push it all the way to the back. Oh, I have to open it up. Hold on. I was wondering why it wasn't going in there. So push it all the way to the back. And then I like to check on the back side just to make sure that it stayed in the groove lines. These are really tight to the groove lines, so it's going to work out great. And then you get a perfect little pennant punch out every single time, which is fantastic. The problem is I don't know if I'm dyslexic or what, but I'm constantly putting it into the wrong side. And then I have this like weird little peaky thing, which, you know, I'm probably not going to use that side as much as I use this side. I'm not sure what you'd use that peaky thing for, but I need to put like an arrow or something showing me that this is the side I normally use. Because I can't tell you how many times I've goofed that up already. Okay, so there's our little 1/2 inch pieces. And now we're going to stamp our sentiment in there. So I'm going to take the Peace, Joy, Love, ink it up with our Night of Navy. And then this is where it gets tricky because I can't put my head directly over. So I may be moving this off camera so that I can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So there's one. And we'll do the other. And here's the other. Perfect, beautiful. So those turned out. So I'm going to set those aside, give them a little bit of time to dry. And then we're going to take a square, a 3 by 3 inch square. So this is in Night of Navy. And guess what? We'll get to use our new pack of dimensionals that I've already prepared. This is going to be so much fun. I can hardly stand it. So just peel it away. And we can pull, oh yeah, and I pre-cut these so that the edges are even ready to go. So we can just set these on here. And I don't even have to do peelies. I'm so excited. So maybe this will make my videos go faster, or maybe not. So anyway, so we can go ahead and use these now all throughout. Wow, this does go a lot faster. My goodness, this is fun. Just as long as I don't get my fingernail like broadsided onto that. Otherwise I'll have trouble. Okay, then go ahead and grab your cards that you've got set up so far, and you're gonna put this down, I don't know, just put it where it looks good. So maybe a tad over a 1/2 inch here and a tad under a 1/2 inch there. If that looks good to you, press that down. We'll do the same thing to the other one. Just set that in. And then we're going to take our sentiments that we have prepped, and I'm going to use our Stampin' seal just on part of it. Okay, so just on this part. I have to get it prepped. I must not have lifted it up right the last time I was using it. Well, what the hoo-hey, as my kids say. Let me try it again. Sometimes if you use it on, oh my gosh, you guys, what is my problem today? Normally this works so good. Leave it to a video. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so we finally got that done. Now we're gonna take a dimensional. So again, I'm going to grab my little dimensionals and put a dimensional back here where the end of the banner is. So we want to keep that nice and upright on our card. Perfect. Then go ahead, bring your card base back in, and you're going to put this about, oh, I don't know. Where do we want this? We want to maybe, like, look where this little dot is, and maybe that's about where you want it so that you have some of the banner going off the edge. Just put that about like so. Perfect. We'll do this one over here. Just set that in, and that looks great. All right, then we have our dove. So let me grab the doves. What did I do with them? Did I show them to you? Surely I did. I showed you the cutout pieces. I showed you the pieces that I hadn't cut out, but I know I have doves somewhere cut out and ready to go. Oh, here they are. I was panicking. I thought, no. All right, so here they are. So this one, we're also going to put these on dimensionals. Oh, look how pretty that is. So this time I'm going to use a mini dimensional. So I'm going to grab a mini here. And we're going to put the mini right here where the end of the wing is to keep that supported. So I'm going to grab another one for this one. Perfect. And then we can go back to using the regular size dimensionals. So we'll put one down here and then two more, I think. One here and then one through the base of the body. And that looks great. One there, and then one more. Okay, so there we go. Now we can just put this onto the front of our card. And you want this left wing to go up so that the bird looks like he's flying upwards. And we'll do that right here with this one as well. Perfect. Okay. Gosh, you know what? Now we need to accent this with our giveaway item here. Oops, I can't open this. I can't use this one. This is the giveaway, so I don't want to use that. So somewhere on my table, here we go. This is the one that we're going to keep. So we're going to accent this. We're going to use our, take your pick tool. And there's two different styles. So the one with the snowflake, I'm going to use the more balmy blue color. And we're going to put that right here. Beautiful. And then we're going to do the same thing over here and accent this one over here. Beautiful. And then we just have the inside panel. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to need some scrap paper. So I've got my big piece of scrap paper here. We're also going to need the story label punch, which is right here. And we are also going to need a sentiment. So this card, even though it's a Christmas card, it really is kind of appropriate for a lot of things. It wouldn't have to be Christmas. So peace, joy, love, and then when you open it up, it says, and hope in your heart. So that wouldn't have to be Christmas if you didn't want it to be. So now we're going to take this and we're going to punch this out with our story label punch. And then we could just put this in our card and call it done, but I think it's so much prettier if we kind of anchor it. So let me grab some more pieces here. So I have a 3/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of Night of Navy. So I'm going to take this, I'll just use glue. And we're going to put this maybe, I don't know, an inch down or so from the top. Just put that right there. We'll do the same thing to this other piece. Set that in. Like I said, maybe an inch or so down from the top. Just wiggle it into place. And then we're going to use our Stampin' seal. See, look how good it started. So I'm wondering if the last time I had used it prior to this, I did not do the little fall backwards type deal, because if you fall backwards with it, then it's always ready to go for you at the end. Or someone borrowed it and didn't use it correctly. All right, so this is where it goes. Just set it in there, press it down. Oops, press it down once you have it where you want it. There we go. Flip it over. You can burnish it from the back. Do the same thing on this card. Beautiful. And we're done. These are the beautiful cards. Now I will say I made a mistake on these cards. I will fix this, so those of you that are getting these cards will get the fixed cards. Have any of you figured out where the mistake was? I didn't point it out at the time. I just couldn't decide if I should share that I made a mistake or if I should just ignore it. But I'm going to share that I made a mistake because I want you guys, when you do this, to not do what I just did. All right, so I'm going to put it side by side and see if you can tell the difference. Yeah. My little jewel didn't have enough space. So what you want to do is make sure that when you're stamping your peace, joy, love, you put it very close to the end of your banner, because you want to have the perfect amount of space over here so that jewel really shows off. So that would be my tip. And the mistake that I made as I was doing this, but I think you guys can hear my heart and know that whoever our winners are, they're going to get the better of the two cards that I just made. So here they are. Oh, mistake-free, just like magic. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It's just been a pleasure being here with you. If you haven't already, like my Facebook page at Stamping to Share on Facebook. And be sure to go to my blog once in a while. I always do blog posts about twice a week, and that's at stampingtoshare.com. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.